Let's take a look at ass cancer, or as you know it, prostate cancer. At a glance, estimated new cases in 2025 313,780, 5-year relative survival rate of 97.9% between 2015 and 2021. Now, I'm looking at that chart there with rate of new cases, and it appears to be a fairly survivable cancer, relatively speaking. I still don't want ass cancer.
No.
I'm not interested in the idea of ass cancer. So I have a feeling that right around here, 2019, 2020, all of a sudden that drops off. I saw that. I that made me wonder.
Suspicious?
Then it picks back up precipitously. There is no climb. You see, there's a high rate here in 1992.
Uh-huh.
It drops down, and it's fairly level as it goes along. A little bit of an uptick around 2007. I bet that's a lot of military guys coming back from Desert Storm.
Yeah.
I'll bet you that's a lot of guys from Desert Storm. And then it just drops all the way down here. And then in 2020, the year of the lockdowns or the Great Coof Scare, whatever you want to call it, then all of a sudden in 2021, it spikes.
Goes back up. Well, 2020 people weren't going to the doctor, so that you could take that off.
That's possible, but there's still an increase between 2019 and 2020. I just feel like there's a story not being told there. At any rate, new cases come from SEER 12, deaths come from U.S. mortality, all races, males, rates are age adjusted. New cases and deaths. How common is this cancer? It is the second most common cancer after breast cancer. And like you said, there is no prostate cancer awareness month.
Nobody gives a shit about us.
No blue pizza boxes for us.
Nope.
Then lung and bronchus cancer, then colorectal cancer, which is the actual ass cancer.
Yeah.
Sorry, those of you with actual ass cancer. I'm calling prostate cancer ass cancer.
Well, we had a guy working at the Reserve Center at the 414 in Southfield.
Yeah.
He had one eye. He walked on this like very creepy patch.
Yeah.
And I remember he walks in, I'm like, hey, one eye. Why you got one eye? He's like, I found cancer. And I'm like, whoa, eye cancer.
You got eyeball cancer.
That's almost as fucked up as ass cancer. And my commander's in the next room. And he's like, you need to stop talking, Sergeant Pop. You're being very rude. And I'm like, all right, you heard the man. But every time I saw that guy, because he was working around the building for a good 4 or 5 months, every time I walked in, I saw him, what's up, one eye? And he'd be like, eh.
That's fantastic. There was an instructor at the language school, captain, who lost an eye in Iraq and had it replaced with like the U.S. heraldry war eagle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. His right eye was the war eagle.
I like it.
It's pretty sweet. Let's see who gets this cancer. Men get this cancer. And it is more common in older men than in younger men. It is more likely to occur in men with a family history of prostate cancer and non-Hispanic black men. The rate of new cases of prostate cancer was 120 per 100,000 men based on the 2018 to 2022 cases, age adjusted. So obviously there's no females, but.
Well, they could feel like a male that particular day.
If the girl you're dating suddenly comes to you and says, I have prostate cancer.
Yeah, you got a problem.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's move that along on that fun note there. Screening tests for prostate cancer. So here's where we find out that they knew. I mean, they just come on.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we felt a nodule. Get the fuck out of here.
The screening tests discussed here can be used to look for possible signs of prostate cancer, but these tests can't tell for sure if you have cancer. If the result of one of these tests is abnormal, you probably need a prostate biopsy. For those of you who don't know what a biopsy is, they go in and they actually scrape your prostate for tissue.
Needles. They shoot a needle through.
Oh, they use needles for that?
They go up your anus, your rectum.
Oh.
And they shoot right across into the prostate from there.
There's a homo suspicion point in there somewhere.
No, we're way beyond that. That shit fucking was a miserable week for the popster.
Wow. I feel that you said it was like 5 times.
It was 6 jabs. They go to both lobes, then they move around.
I feel that's.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
I feel like they're doing that on purpose, though.
I don't know. All I know is it sucked.
I believe you. Many doctors use a PSA cutoff point of 4 ng/ml. I don't know.
Nanograms per milliliter.
Oh, thank you. Nanograms per milliliter or higher if deciding a man might need further testing, while others might recommend it starting at a lower level, 2.5 or 3. Most men without prostate cancer have PSA levels under 4 nanograms per milliliter of blood.
Like right now, I'm under 1. But when they started doing the biopsies, I was like 38, 40. Yep. So I was like 10 times the
That's why they thought you had the ass cancer.
That's right. That's why I'm like, well.
Okay. No, I get that.
And listen, man, when they tell you that, it really rocks your core. You're like, wait a minute. You think I have prostate cancer? They're like, well, your PSA is kind of high. I'm like, oh shit.
Here we go. Other factors that might affect PSA levels. One reason it's hard to set a cutoff point is there are other factors, which might include old age, having an enlarged prostate, prostatitis, which is an infection. There you go. Ejaculation can make the PSA go up for a short time. That's why some doctors suggest that men abstain for ejaculation for a day or 2 before testing. I'm just going to leave that one alone. Riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
Certain urologic procedures. Yeah, if you're poking around down there with something, I'm sure that's going to cause your body to go, I'm going to send all sorts of wrong signals here. And certain medicines, we know that the pharmaceutical industry basically uses us as human guinea pigs. We are going to arrange a show on that, by the way.
Okay.
With my wife, who is way more knowledgeable about that stuff than anybody has any right to be.
Well, she used to do that for a living.
She can recite most of the pill book like off the top of her head. And I don't know if you've ever seen the pill book.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's like
it's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. I am going to coerce her into doing the show. I might bribe her with like ice cream or something. She's got an ice cream thing.
Fair enough.
In fairness, we have a really good ice cream shop in town that makes like this crazy like triple chocolate ice cream.
Yeah. Listen, until you've had the vanilla Tillamook, you haven't lived.
I don't know what that is.
It is a very rich, awesome ice cream that I can no longer eat. But I think about it all the time.
Why can't you eat it anymore?
Because I got fat and I had to cut the carbs out. It's true.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the meat caser box.